Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. I just wanted to do a sit down kind of video just to kind of like talk about what's going on in the world right now. I was really debating whether or not I should do a video like this or not. Um, but I think it would be something to like look back on 2 years, 3 years, 10 years from now and kind of like see where I was at, how I was feeling. I know some people might be feeling the same way I am, some other people may be having different feelings. So I just kind of like wanted to have like a sit down kind of vlog and just talk about everything that's going on with this pandemic that's going on in the world. Um, I will be the first person to say when when we started hearing about what was happening with this virus, I was in complete denial. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like people are getting sick, but I did not think it would get to the scale that it has gotten to today. Um, and at the beginning of 2020, like I knew what was going on, but like the main goal for me for 2020, honestly, was to travel more. The first week of January, I booked 2 flights. I booked time off of work. I had planned to go away at least 5 times this year, which would have been the most amount of travel I would have ever done, like in a single like calendar year. But that was my plan. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. 2020 is like a big year for me, and it was just like really important for me to personally live this year through travel. That was like my main goal, number one. I wasn't thinking about anything else. So when I booked my flights, I obviously knew, but in my head, I thought I would be able to go. So the first trip I booked was to go to Trinidad. I went to Trinidad in February. When I did go in February, they were like cautioning people not to travel here in Canada, but people were still traveling. Like when I went to the airport, like the flight I was on was full. It was completely packed. There were a lot of people in the airport. Some people were wearing masks. Most people weren't. I don't think it was like a really big issue at that point in time. But it wasn't until we got back, I would say, where like I feel like they started talking about what's going on a lot more in Canada. Um, and then it feel like it went from like 0 to 100 real quick here in Canada. But yeah, it was very intense. They started saying, don't travel if you don't need to. And all this time, I'm thinking, oh, I'm still going to be able to travel. It's going to be fine. I was planning to go away Easter weekend. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's nothing. I already had booked a trip. Like I said, I booked 2 flights in January. The first flight was Trinidad. The second flight was to go to Peru. And my trip to Peru was, um, the flight was going to leave May 13th. So up until I would say about like 2 weeks ago, I really thought I was going to Peru. Like I had everything planned out. Um, my Peru trip was really important to me for a number of reasons. Um, Number one, it would have been my first time ever going to Peru. Number two, my first time ever going to South America. Um, and like if you know me personally, you know that like I have a really strong like connection um, to South America, to Hispanic culture, to Hispanic countries. Like I love traveling to Hispanic countries. So yeah, it was really important to me. I really wanted to go. I was super excited. I had everything planned out. I had an itinerary. I had everything set. And I got an email, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, saying that Air Canada canceled my flight. So I was like, wait, what? I'm not going to Peru? And although at this point in time, I know what's going on in the world, I know that countries are shutting down their borders, I know a lot of flights are being canceled, I know the Canadian government is saying you cannot travel, I still in my head believed I was going. I don't know what it was. I think it was just a serious case of denial. But yeah, I've just been like reflecting a lot the past 2 weeks since I realized I'm not going to Peru. Um, I had taken time off in July because I wanted to travel. I know for like a fact now I'm not going to be able to travel in July. I took time off in September. I'm pretty sure I'm not going anywhere in September, and I was also planning to go to New York in December. And I know for pretty, yeah, I know pretty well that I'm most likely not going to New York in December. So basically, all travel plans are cut for this year, and that was like my number one resolution for the year, to travel. So, you know, I've been thinking about it for the past 2 weeks, and I was kind of like, oh, like this sucks. And then when I started to like really like reflect on everything, I started to realize like there's a lot more stuff going on in the world right now, and my travel plans being canceled, it's a blessing. At least I wasn't traveling abroad and all of this happened and I had to try and find my way back home. At least, you know, I'm home and I'm able to self quarantine, I'm able to self isolate. I don't have to worry about having to go out there and potentially contracting the virus. And I should be grateful for all of that. So I've just been thinking a lot about everything, like my whole entire life, everything that's going on, everything that's going on in other countries. I'm so thankful that I live in a country like Canada that is, they're doing a lot to help um, contain the virus in terms of having people stay at home and providing funding for those people who have lost their jobs and due to what's going on. So I know I'm rambling. I just want to like get everything out. Yeah, so I'm just like really thankful and grateful for the position I'm in right now. Yes, I'm not going to be traveling this year. Hopefully, things will turn around and things will get better. And when it does, I will be traveling. It's just giving me more time to save money, I guess, so I can spend more money on travel. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. But yeah, like in my current situation, I know I mentioned like in a previous vlog that I had to go into work. Well, things have changed because circumstances have changed. So I'm basically working from home right now. It's a blessing because I don't have to go into work and I don't have to interact with people and I don't have to potentially contract anything from any person or spread something to someone. That's like my main concern. I've heard like a lot of people talk about, oh, like if I'm not worried, if I get it, I'm fine. And that's great and all if you catch it or not and you don't care about it. But you also have to think it's not just you, it's you and everybody you come in contact with. So if you have the virus, you may be able to take it and you may be able to recover and not feel anything or feel any symptoms. But if you have the virus and you're out walking about and passing by people, that is how easily you cough on someone. Somebody can contract it that way. Like, we have to be considerate not only of um, our bodies and like taking care of our health, but we also have to think about other people around as well. And that's why I think staying home and self-isolating is very important because you're doing it not for society. You want to make sure that this thing doesn't spread any more than it needs to. It's already spreading so quickly. So many people are dying. And I feel like if there's any way you can help the issue by staying at home and you're able to, you should be. There are essential workers out there who do have to work, and my hats go off to them. It's scary. So yeah, I'm working from home. I was hoping to be able to film more YouTube videos while at home, but I guess working at home just means working more hours now because they want me to work overtime, which again is a blessing because at least I can make more money to save for traveling. I'm seeing it that way. But yeah, I've just been thinking a lot. I've been watching a lot of like Netflix and stuff, spending time with family. I'm hoping to produce more content for YouTube if I can. I have a few videos that I filmed today that should be coming out soon. So yeah, I just wanted to provide an update. I hope everyone is staying safe. I know it's like it's such a weird time. It's weird. Like, I don't even know how to feel. I was just thinking, like, if I don't know, like, I don't obviously know how long this is going to be going on for, but like, we're not really like living life. We're trapped inside, and yes, we're safe, but at what cost? Like, I was just thinking about the fact that I'm very close to my family, like my grandmother, my aunts, and I see them like every other weekend, and I haven't seen them in I don't even know how long. Like, I've probably seen my grandmother maybe twice this year, and it just makes me really sad that I can't even go and see her. I saw two of my aunts about like 2 weeks ago, I think. I went to just drop off paper towel because you know that's a hot commodity right now. Um, but yeah, I went to drop off paper towel and like I couldn't even like hug them. I just had to like drop it off and be like, oh, like I love you, bye. And that was it. Like I couldn't stay. I couldn't talk. We couldn't hug. We couldn't kiss. It was just really odd. And it's hard. Like I really miss my grandmother a lot. Like I think about her all the time, and I know she has to like go to the bank, and like sometimes she'll have to go and do groceries, and it's just hard to think about. Like I don't want anything to happen to her. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically how I'm feeling right now. I've just been thinking about her a lot and her health and her safety, and I hope she's okay. I was even like telling my sister, I'm like, maybe we should just go and see her. But honestly, I don't want to risk anything because I'm inside most of the time, but I do go out once a week or maybe twice a week for like grocery shopping. So you never know, right? When you go out, what can happen. And I don't want anything to happen to her. So the best thing is to just stay away, I guess, until this is all over. And yeah, so like the prime minister was saying, like maybe things may not get back to normal for a year or now. For things may not get back to normal for at least a year. And when I was thinking about that, I was just thinking about I'm not going to see my grandmother for a year. Like there's no way. Like I don't know how I'm going to do it. Um, but yeah, that is basically it, guys. I don't know how long this video is. I know I've been like ranting. But yeah, I just hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everything is going well for everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.